Welcome, anointed ones, to this sacred space, a space where truth is unveiled, where divine justice takes its rightful place, and where the light shines upon the darkness, revealing the hidden secrets of those who thought they were untouchable. The time has come to witness a powerful shift in the atmosphere, a shift that will not only bring exposure, but a reckoning. So, sit tight and open your heart, because God's justice is moving in a way that will leave your enemies exposed and humbled. Before we dive into this powerful message, I want to encourage you to take a moment to comment Amen below and subscribe to the Soul Ascendancy channel. This is the beginning of something greater, and you don't want to miss what's to come. Now, let's talk about something deeply profound, something that many people often overlook until it's too late. The silent timing of divine justice. There's a special kind of force at work, one that doesn't rush, doesn't announce itself loudly, but rather moves with such precision that when it strikes, it does so with unrelenting power. Your enemies may not realize it yet, but every wrong they have done, every scheme they have plotted, and every attempt to undermine your existence is being meticulously counted. They might think they have escaped notice, that their actions are cloaked in shadows and hidden from view, but God sees everything. What may seem like silence on your part, a period of waiting, is not weakness. It is the preparation for a mighty revelation that will expose everything they have done in secret. They've built their lives on lies, on manipulation, and on false facades, but soon, the truth will come crashing down, and it will come with a force that no one can deny. When God moves, it's not just an act of vengeance. It's a powerful and undeniable moment where everything hidden is brought into the light. Your enemies have spent years believing they are untouchable, thinking their power and influence shield them from the consequences of their actions. But they failed to account for the timing of divine justice. God's timing is perfect, and while they celebrate their supposed victories, thinking they have gotten away with their deceit, they are unknowingly digging a hole for themselves. They continue to build their lies and betrayals, not realizing that each word, each action, each false move they make is adding fuel to the fire that will one day expose them for who they truly are. And when that moment arrives, there will be no escape, no way to deny their wrongs. The silence they once took for granted will become their downfall, and they will stand fully exposed before all to see. In this divine process, the darkness they carry inside them will be their undoing. They believed they could hide their motives in the shadows, that their manipulation and betrayal would remain unseen. But God does not allow such darkness to remain hidden forever. The very things they tried to bury will rise to the surface, and when they do, it will be undeniable. Every selfish act, every lie, every cruel intention will be exposed for all to witness. What they thought would remain in the dark will instead be the very thing that brings about their destruction. The people they once deceived, the lives they tried to control, will see them for who they truly are. No longer will they be able to hide behind their charm or masks. Their true colors will be visible to all, and the power they thought they held will crumble into dust. They've built their lives on manipulation, but when God acts, it's not just about exposing their wrongs. It's about turning their darkness into the very thing that leads to their fall. Humiliation, true humiliation, doesn't come in private. It doesn't come when no one is watching. It comes in full public view, where there's nowhere to hide and no way to escape. When God brings justice, He brings it in the open for all to see. The very people who once believed in your enemy's power, who once admired them or feared them, will watch as their carefully curated image falls apart. What they thought was untouchable becomes shattered. The reputation they worked so hard to protect, the persona they built for others, will crumble, revealing the truth behind the facade. For those who relied on their public image as a shield, this is a harsh awakening. God's justice is not just about revealing the truth, it's about exposing the lies that they built their lives upon. The people they once controlled or manipulated will no longer stand in silence. They will witness the full extent of their deception, and in that moment, there will be no more room for excuses or justifications. Your stillness, The silence that your enemies mistook for weakness was not a trap you fell into. It was the trap they set for themselves. While they continued their actions believing that you were powerless and vulnerable, they failed to realize that your silence was not surrender, it was strategy. Every time they took advantage of your patience, every time they pushed you to the edge, they unknowingly revealed more of their true intentions. They thought they were getting away with their schemes, but all they were doing was setting themselves up for a fall. Their actions, unchecked by any immediate response from you, only made their motives more transparent. They didn't realize that their behavior was building a case against them, and when God's timing was right, the truth would come to light. They thought they were taking advantage of you, but all along, they were walking straight into the trap you allowed them to set. God's justice is not only a tool for your enemy's exposure, it is also a tool for revealing the truth to everyone involved. Those who have stood by and watched, those who have subtly supported the manipulations of your enemies, will not remain silent either. They will now be confronted with the reality of the situation, and their complacency will become part of their lesson. The truth will spread far and wide, and the lesson will echo beyond the immediate circle of your enemies. They will no longer be able to hide behind their lies. The truth, no matter how hard they try to bury it, will rise to the surface, and when it does, everyone will see it. The lies they told, the stories they tried to create about you, will collapse under the weight of their own contradictions. You don't have to defend yourself. The truth is enough. As you move forward, you might begin to notice how God is weaving the threads of your life together, creating a beautiful tapestry of divine justice. Everything that was meant to break you, to hold you down, is now being used as a powerful tool to elevate you. Every word of negativity, every attempt to undermine you, is now a stepping stone to your transformation. When divine justice takes its course, it doesn't just stop at the moment of reckoning. It stretches far beyond, shifting the very fabric of reality around you, reshaping your life in ways that others could never have imagined. The moment that once seemed like an overwhelming battle is now seen for what it truly is, a transformative experience, an essential part of your journey. The injustices you faced weren't random occurrences. They were divinely orchestrated to shape you into the powerful force you are becoming. The strength you have developed wasn't given to you overnight. It was crafted through every setback, every betrayal, and every trial. And now, as the world watches, you rise, not just as someone who survived, but as someone who thrived despite the odds. In this moment, you're no longer a victim of your circumstances. You've evolved. The power of divine intervention doesn't just stop at exposing those who wronged you. It reaches deeper, unraveling the true motivations behind their actions. It shines a light on the envy, the jealousy, and the insecurities that fueled their attempts to bring you down. What once was hidden beneath layers of manipulation and deceit is now brought to the surface, for all to see. This exposure serves not only as a reckoning for them, but as a lesson for everyone around you. It's a lesson in humility, in understanding the depths of human nature, and in recognizing that our actions, our motives, and our intentions are never truly hidden. They always come to light, and when they do, we are forced to reckon with them. This is the moment where the power dynamics shift. Those who thought they had control are now scrambling to hold on to their illusions of power. Their strength, which was built on manipulation and deceit, crumbles beneath them. And as they try to hold their ground, the truth about who they are and what they've done becomes undeniable. It's not just a victory for you, it's a victory for all those who have been watching. Those who were once uncertain of your strength, they now have front row seats to witness the truth unfolding. They see that in the end, the lies can only last so long. The truth always has a way of rising to the surface, no matter how hard someone tries to bury it. As you witness their cracks under pressure, there's a strange peace in knowing that they are no longer in control. Their carefully constructed facades begin to crumble, piece by piece, and the world starts to see them for who they really are. It's as if their own actions have set the stage for their downfall, and you, in your resilience, stand as a living testament to the power of truth, justice, and divine intervention. The chaos they created is now their own undoing, and as the foundation of their lives crumbles, you stand steady, stronger than ever before. What's truly remarkable is how your journey, your struggles, and your victories become a source of inspiration for others. People begin to see that it's not just about what you've overcome. It's about what you've become because of it. Your pain, which was once a burden, now becomes your crown. The honor you receive isn't just for surviving, it's for thriving, for turning every setback into an opportunity for growth. You've shown others that it's possible to rise above the darkness, to take the very things meant to destroy you and transform them into a foundation for success. Your enemies, who once thought they could defeat you, are now forced to witness your transformation. They see how their attempts to break you have only made you stronger, wiser, and more determined. They can no longer deny the truth. They can no longer pretend that they were in control. The spotlight is now on them, and it's glaringly obvious that their actions were born from their own envy and insecurity. What they once saw as your weakness is now revealed as your greatest strength. They wanted to see you fall, but instead, they've witnessed your rise. In this divine retribution, you are not just vindicated, you are honored. Your journey, which was filled with struggles and hardships, now becomes a beacon of hope for others. It shows them that even in the darkest moments, there is light. It proves that no matter how hard the road may seem, you can always rise. You can always find your strength, even when it feels like everything is working against you. Your story is a testament to the power of resilience, faith, and divine justice. And as you step into this new reality, don't forget the lessons you've learned along the way. Remember that every hardship, every moment of pain, has contributed to your growth. You are not the same person who started this journey. You are stronger, wiser, and more powerful than you ever thought possible. The world will now see you for who you truly are, not the person your enemies tried to define, but the person you've been through. So, as you continue on this journey, remember that you are not alone. You are supported by a higher power, by divine justice, and by the love and strength that resides within you. Every step you take is part of your ascension, your rise into the person you were always meant to be. The world is watching, and they will see your victory. They will see your honor. They will see your strength. And through it all, you will continue to shine, a testament to the power of resilience, faith, and divine intervention. If this message resonated with you, I invite you to share it with others. Let them know that divine justice is real and that no matter what they are going through, they too can rise. And don't forget to comment Amen below as we celebrate this journey together. Please subscribe to the Soul Ascendancy channel for more empowering messages that will lift your spirit and guide you on your journey. Together, we can create a community that celebrates strength, supports one another, and rises above all obstacles. As we reach this pivotal point in the journey of divine justice, let's take a step back and reflect on the profound implications of all that we've explored so far. You have stood firm, faced the trials, and now, as your story unfolds, divine justice moves to shape not just your reality, but the lives of those around you. The layers of hardship, betrayal, and envy that once threatened to define you are now being transformed into something far greater than you could ever have imagined. This transformation is not just about survival. It is about becoming a living testament to the power of resilience, faith, and divine intervention. In the face of adversity, the divine hand that has guided your journey does not just ensure your survival, it makes sure that your enemies are exposed for who they truly are. The lies, the manipulations, the attempts to bring you down, these are not only accounted for, but are illuminated, casting light on the darkness that once lurked unseen. Divine justice isn't simply about punishing wrongdoers, it's about exposing the very nature of their actions, their motivations, and their hearts. With every step forward you take, the truth becomes clearer, and the world begins to understand the strength that has been woven into the fabric of your being. You are no longer a victim of circumstances. You are the embodiment of what happens when truth and faith collide. As we reflect on this journey, it's essential to understand that divine justice is not always immediate or apparent in the way we might expect. It doesn't always manifest as a dramatic, swift intervention or a clear-cut moment of victory. Often it unfolds gradually, almost imperceptibly, like a slow-burning fire that gradually becomes more evident with time. This kind of justice isn't about instant retribution, but about a process that spans moments, days, and sometimes years. It's about the quiet revelations that come over time, the subtle shifts that alter the course of events in ways we cannot always see right away. In these moments of unfolding, the most profound transformations take place. Transformations that may not be visible to the eye at first, but are felt deeply within the soul. The exposure of your enemies, the shift in power dynamics, and the slow unveiling of their true nature, they all serve a greater purpose than simply revealing their wrongdoings. While it's important that they are held accountable for their actions, the purpose of divine justice is not just about their fall. It's also about your rise. It's a process that strengthens you, that deepens your sense of self and your power, allowing you to move through life with an even greater understanding of your own resilience and potential. Your position, once challenged by their schemes, is now solidified and made more powerful, and as your light shines brighter, it not only exposes their darkness, but it also illuminates the path for others to follow. In this process, you are not just a passive recipient of divine justice, you are an active participant in it. Your own growth, your own journey, plays a key role in the unfolding of this greater narrative. It is not just about your enemies being revealed for who they are, but also about your own evolution, your own transformation into a more empowered and awakened version of yourself. This is a victory that extends far beyond your own personal struggles. It has a ripple effect, touching the lives of others who may be facing their own battles. As you rise, your journey becomes a beacon of hope, a symbol of what is possible for those who are still struggling, still caught in the darkness of their own trials. Divine justice doesn't always look like what we expect. It isn't always a grand moment of reckoning, but rather a series of quiet, sometimes unseen shifts that work together to bring about profound change. And as these shifts unfold, you find yourself elevated, not just in the eyes of others, but in your own understanding of who you are and the power that lies within you. Your enemies' attempts to break you, their schemes to bring you down, only serve to enhance your own strength and clarity. With each passing moment, as their true nature is revealed, your victory becomes more apparent, more solidified, and more radiant. And as you stand in the fullness of your power, you inspire others to rise above their own struggles, to transform their pain into triumph, and to realize that, like you, they too are capable of experiencing the beauty and power of divine justice in their own lives. Yet, the truth of your story is not something that is meant to be kept to yourself. It is a universal truth, a powerful message that resonates with anyone who has ever faced hardship, betrayal, or injustice. Your journey represents something far greater than just your personal triumph. It is a testament to the strength of the human spirit, a reminder to all those who have suffered that they are not alone in their struggles. It is a beacon shining brightly for those who are still trapped in the shadows, for those who feel lost, forgotten, or overwhelmed by their circumstances. Your story offers a path forward, a light that guides them toward the realization that they too can rise above their pain, their suffering, and their circumstances. Just as you have found a way out of the darkness, so too can they. Your victory stands as undeniable proof that nothing, no amount of betrayal, no scheme, no malicious act, can ever diminish the power of divine justice. What your enemies failed to understand is that no matter how hard they tried to break you, they could never erase the strength within you. They sought to tear you down, to make you feel small, insignificant, and defeated. They believed that by targeting your weaknesses, by exploiting your pain, they could break your spirit and shatter your dreams. But what they failed to realize is that their actions would never achieve the outcome they hoped for. In the end, it was not your spirit that was broken, but theirs. It was their own weakness, their own brokenness, that became exposed for all to see. Their schemes, their betrayal, and their malice only served to bring their own flaws into the light. As they worked tirelessly to undermine you, they unwittingly revealed the darkness within their own hearts. The lies they told, the manipulation they practiced, and the cruelty they inflicted upon you were all reflections of their inner turmoil, their insecurities, and their fear. They sought to destroy you, but instead they became a mirror, reflecting back to the world their own brokenness, their own lack of integrity, and their own fallibility. What they didn't realize is that their efforts, no matter how persistent or malicious, would never stop your rise. They could only serve to fuel it. Every attack, every act of betrayal, became a building block for your strength. Rather than breaking you, they deepened your resolve, sharpening your sense of purpose. Each challenge they placed in your way became an opportunity to demonstrate your resilience, to push past your limits, and to elevate yourself to heights you never thought possible. While they aimed to pull you into the depths of despair, they inadvertently propelled you toward your greatness. The weight of their malice, their negativity, became the catalyst for your personal transformation. You refused to let their efforts define your story. Instead, you took their poison and turned it into something powerful, fuel to ignite your own light, your own truth. Every attempt to break you only made you unshakable. It was as if their cruelty acted as a mirror, showing you just how strong and capable you truly are. The more they tried to diminish you, the more you grew, the more you realized that no external force could diminish the inner power that was now awakening within you. What they believed would destroy you only deepened your connection to your authentic self. Their negativity didn't just miss the mark, it backfired completely. Instead of breaking you, it forced you to confront your fears, to rise above their limitations, and to become the person you were always meant to be. What they saw as your weakness became your greatest strength. What they thought would undo you only made you more determined, more powerful, and far more aware of your limitless potential. Each step forward you took was another testament to your strength, a reminder to them that they were the ones who had underestimated the resilience of your spirit. They sought to tear you apart, but in doing so, they only helped you piece yourself back together into something far more powerful than they could ever imagine. This is the true power of divine justice. It doesn't work in the ways that people expect. It doesn't operate according to the rules of the world or the desires of those who seek to do harm. Divine justice has a way of turning things upside down, of shifting the scales in ways that no one can predict. It shows us that our struggles are not in vain, that every hardship we endure has a purpose, and that no injustice goes unaddressed. In the end, it is the light of truth that always prevails, no matter how hard others try to bury it. Your enemies thought they were in control. They thought that by plotting against you, they could dictate your fate. But what they didn't realize is that their plans were always destined to fail. Divine justice, though unseen at times, is always at work, quietly but powerfully shifting the tides in your favor. Their cruelty became their own undoing, and in the process it illuminated your path. Where they once stood in your way, now there is nothing but space for you to rise. Where they sought to make you invisible, now your light shines brighter than ever. Their brokenness has become the backdrop for your growth, your success, and your transformation. And this, too, is a part of the divine plan. Your story is not just about your victory over them. It's about the ripple effect that it creates. It is a story that will inspire others to rise above their own struggles, to trust in the process, and to believe that no matter how impossible things may seem, they can overcome. Your journey becomes a living testament to the power of resilience, the strength of the human spirit, and the undeniable force of divine justice. It proves that even in the darkest of times, there is always a way to rise. Even in the face of betrayal, malice, and cruelty, there is always a path forward. And that path leads to healing, to transformation, and ultimately to the realization of your true power. So let your story serve as a reminder to those who are still struggling. Let it be a beacon for those who have not yet found their way out of the shadows. Your victory is not just yours. It is a collective victory, a shared truth that speaks to the hearts of all who have faced hardship. And as they see you rise, they will know that they too can rise. And just as you have proven that nothing can hold you back, they will come to understand that nothing can hold them back either. The power of divine justice is real, it is powerful, and it is always at work, moving, shifting, and creating space for those who are willing to trust in it, to believe in it, and to allow it to guide them toward their own transformation. Your enemies thought they could break you, but they only helped you become the person you were always meant to be. And that, in the end, is the true power of divine justice. It is a force that cannot be controlled, manipulated, or defeated. It is a force that always wins, always prevails, and always leads to victory. So, as you move forward, remember that your rise is not just about you, it is about all of us, and the power of resilience, faith, and divine justice that will ultimately set us all free. As your journey continues, it becomes clear that every challenge you have faced has been a stepping stone towards something greater. The hardships that once seemed unbearable now serve as the very foundation for your success. You are not the same person you were when you started. You have been forged in the fire of adversity, tempered by the flames of divine justice. And now, as you rise, you do so with strength, wisdom, and an undeniable power. Every moment of struggle, every attempt to tear you down, has only contributed to your ascent. You stand now as a living proof that no amount of malice, no matter how well concealed, can ever overshadow the light of truth. For those who have walked this path, for those who are currently in the midst of their own battles, your story is a reminder. It is a reminder that nothing is permanent, that no situation is beyond change. It is a call to hold on, to trust in the process, and to have faith that divine justice is at work, even when it seems invisible. The power of resilience, of standing firm in the face of adversity, is something that transcends the individual. It is a force that connects us all, that unites us in our shared struggles and victories. Your story is not just a personal triumph, it is a collective victory for all those who have ever faced hardship and been misunderstood. It is a message of hope for anyone who's ever felt abandoned, betrayed, or powerless. As you move forward, know that you are not walking alone. Divine justice is not just an abstract concept, it is a tangible force, one that operates in the world and in the hearts of those who trust in it. Your journey is a testament to the fact that, no matter how dark the path may seem, there is always light at the end. And this light is not just for you, it is for everyone who witnesses your story. Your journey serves as an example, a guide, a source of inspiration for those who need it most. Every step you take is a step towards something greater, not just for yourself, but for the world around you. In the end, divine justice is not simply about retribution or punishment. It is about transformation. It is about the power of truth to heal, to elevate, and to bring about lasting change. Your enemies may have tried to destroy you, but they have only played a part in your transformation. What they did not understand, what they could not have foreseen, is that their efforts would only serve to make you stronger, wiser, and more powerful. Your story is not one of victimhood, but of empowerment. It is a story of how even the darkest moments can give birth to the brightest victories. And in the end, it is this light, this transformation, that will shine brighter than anything they could ever take from you. As you continue on this path, remember that every hardship, every trial, every moment of injustice is not a punishment, but a gift. It is a gift that when understood through the lens of divine justice, becomes the foundation of your greatest triumph. Your rise is not just your own. It is a rise for everyone who has ever faced adversity. It is a rise for those who have ever been hurt, betrayed, or left in the dark. And as you continue to walk in your truth, know that your victory is inevitable. For those who have witnessed your struggles, those who have seen firsthand the depths of your pain and the challenges you've faced, your story will forever serve as a powerful reminder of the strength that comes from resilience. It stands as proof that no matter how difficult life becomes, no matter how many obstacles seem to stand in your way, there is always a path forward. There is always a way out, a way to rise above the pain and the hardship. Your journey is not just a personal victory. It is a beacon of hope for anyone who finds themselves in the midst of their own trials. For those who feel like they are caught in an endless cycle of suffering, your story offers a message of possibility. It shows that even when it feels like the weight of the world is pressing down on you, it is still possible to rise, to overcome, and to transform your circumstances. In every moment of pain, in every tear shed, there was an opportunity for growth, for change. You didn't just endure the struggles, you allowed them to shape you, to make you stronger, to awaken a power within you that you may not have even known existed. And for those who are still facing their own battles, who are still in the middle of their own storms, your story speaks directly to them. It is a clear message that transformation is not only possible, but it is inevitable when you hold on, when you trust in the process and continue to move forward even when the path seems unclear. In interviews with Bob, Caroline says he and her brother have never been frightened of the dark. From a real-life interrogation. Your experiences remind others that they too have the strength to rise above their circumstances. No matter how daunting the road ahead may seem, no matter how impossible the challenges might feel, they can find their own way to freedom, to peace, to strength. Just as you have overcome, they too can experience the power of divine justice in their own lives. This power isn't something that is reserved for a select few. It is a universal force that operates in everyone's life, ready to uplift and transform those who are willing to trust in it. Through your journey, you have shown that true change comes from within. It comes from embracing your struggles, learning from them, and allowing them to fuel your growth. It is a reminder that no one is ever truly stuck. There is always a way forward, always a chance to rise above, no matter how dark or difficult the journey may seem. And as others witness your transformation, they too will be inspired to rise and experience the power of divine justice in their own lives. As we conclude this message, take a moment to reflect on all that you have overcome, all that you have achieved, and all that is yet to come. You are not defined by your struggles, but by how you rise from them. Your journey is far from over, and with each passing day, you move closer to the fullest expression of your true self. Divine justice is not a distant promise. It is a present reality, one that is shaping your life in ways you may not yet fully understand. But as time goes on, as you witness the unfolding of your own transformation, you will come to see just how deeply it has impacted you, how profoundly it has changed you, and how powerfully it will continue to shape your future. And so, as you stand in the truth of your own resilience, remember this: divine justice is not a force to be feared, but one to be embraced. It is the very thing that has carried you this far, and it will continue to carry you forward, guiding you toward the life you were always meant to live. So take heart and trust in the process, for the best is yet to come. Your story, your rise, your victory. This is just the beginning. Keep moving forward, knowing that with each step you are making history. And when you do, remember to share your victory, your story, your truth with the world. Let it shine brightly, for it is a light that will never be extinguished. If this message resonates with you, we invite you to comment Amen and subscribe to Soul Ascendancy, We are here to share messages of hope, strength, and transformation. Together, let's continue to rise above, continue to shine, and continue to make this world a place of light, truth, and divine justice.